Hey, welcome. Good evening. Double tap in and let me know which program of study you're in: RN, LPN, BSN, Accelerated, Bridge, Masters. If you're not in nursing, let you calculate a dose. Let me know as well. And we'll do some dosage calculations tonight. Hello. Yeah, double tap in. We'll get started. Good evening. Hello, good evening. Yeah, come on in here. We'll get started. You're on time. Yes. How are you? What do y'all want to study tonight? Let me know what type of problems. And we'll get started. Make sure you double tap in and let me know which program you're in. RN, BSN, LPN, Bridge, Accelerated. And what type of problems give you the most trouble? I had to repeat med-surg and my math comp is tomorrow. Okay. Med-surg is difficult, so don't beat yourself up, okay? You got you a study session tonight then, don't you, Shanique? BSN 12 years ago. Oh, Josh Evers. You're seasoned like myself. What kind of nurse are you? And thank you for your service. I'm gonna start telling nurses that too, because Lord, it was a battlefield this week. Y'all let me know what type of problems y'all want to do tonight. Make sure you home health, cool. I loved home health. When I was at LPN, I did home health, and that's what I did when I was going to my RN school. So yeah, home health was cool. Had a good little setup. Had like one patient from Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30, and then like when I went to school, we changed it to 8 to 3. I knew you was gonna say drops per minute. Yeah. Hey, Faylee, you love it. Cool. What region are you in, or what state are you in, if you don't mind me asking? Drops per minute. Drops per minute. Oklahoma. So it's rural, like Alabama. Rural. I have an update. Oh, Mo. Oh, shoot. Oh, Nyalat. I don't know. Boom. Hey, Purple Rose. You were born in Alabama? What part? All right. Let's see. I'm going to get a question popping real quick. Monroeville. Is that the southern part of the state? You're welcome, Mo. I'm glad that I can and honored to be able to help. Thank you for trusting my unconventional methods to help you pass. I know it's different. So yeah. That's why I can't do it, because he's logged on. All right. Okay, so drops per minute. So, hey, Kimberly. Yeah, it's a couple of hours north of Pensacola. Cool. I'm learning about different parts of the southern parts of the state. I'm in a contract now in Montgomery, so I keep hearing like different cities that I'm not used to. Like, so I'm like from the Birmingham area, so like now I'm like in Springville. So I'm like, okay, y'all, let's do a drops per minute. So when you have an IV, you can give an IV two ways. You can give it via gravity or via pump. Okay, so when you're giving IVs via gravity, you are counting the drops per minute. It's not on a pump. With either Thank you. With either part, no, I'm just getting started, y'all. Double tap in, share the live, and let me know what y'all want to study tonight. With either type of IV question, you're looking for liquid per how long it takes to get inside the patient's veins, okay? So you're looking for your rate, your volume over your time. And if you have a drop per minute question, you always are going to need a drop factor, okay? So how much liquid? People get thrown off because they have extra stuff in there sometimes. We're not looking at the milligrams. We're not looking at the micrograms. We're not looking at the mill equivalents. You're not looking at the units, okay? If they tell you a certain volume over a certain time, then that's what we want. Volume over time and your drop factor. So I'm about to flip the screen and let's get it. All right, let's see. I know I have to make an adjustment. You're like, I can't see. Y'all got to be my production crew. Y'all let me know if you can see that. I'm about to have a dosage skills test about sub-Q for insulin. Girl, don't be scared. It's sub-Q. Just insulin. Right up underneath the skin into some fat. Don't make it bigger than what it is. All right. So can everybody see the question? Can everybody see? All right. What should I keep in part for the math part? For insulin, insulin is pretty straightforward. They're going to ask you how many units. They might ask you to do like clear then cloud or clear and cloudy for your NPH and your regular if you have to mix it in the same syringe. But that's the only thing, you know, you just add it, but they should give it to you. Exactly what it is that they want you to give. All right. So our order is for D5LR. So dextrose 5% in lactated ringers at 84 milliliters per hour. An IV pump is not available. Okay. So we're using a micro drip set and we have to calculate the flow rate in drops per minute. So we know automatically what is our goal? What is this asking for? What are we looking for? That's the first thing that we do after we read the question. What does this question want? Oh, I don't like that. Hold on. There we go. So my goal is drops per minute. Okay. All right. Do you see in your problem where it has volume over time? What would be our volume over time piece? Because remember, we need volume over time and we need a drop factor, right? So this is our volume over time. We are to give 84 milliliters per hour. Okay. And it says that we have micro drip IV tubing. So what in the world is micro drip IV tubing? So, hey, Carrie. So there is only one micro drip. So if you ever see micro drip tubing, it's going to equal 60 drops per milliliter. So if they don't give you a drop factor and they just say micro drip, that's automatically going to be 60 drops per milliliter. I'm going to say it again. If you only see micro drip tubing and they don't give you any other drop factor, that is always going to be 60. The other ones are macro drips. So micro drip means that it's 60 little small drops in your drip chamber that deliver 1 milliliter of medicine. The macro drip can mean like 10, 15, 20 fat, juicy macro drips that fall in the drop chamber, okay? So we need 60 drops per milliliter. So those are our two puzzle pieces. So if you haven't been here before, we don't do math. We do puzzles. We put our dimensional analysis together like puzzles. So these are our puzzle pieces over here, okay? And we always want to start with what it is on the top, all right? So 60 drops per milliliter is my first piece. So you see, I've got my top goal. Now I need to make my way over to minutes, okay? So now what will be my next puzzle piece if I have milliliter at the bottom? Because that's how you tell what comes next. Whatever is on the bottom has to go to the top to be canceled out. We want everything that's not a part of the goal to be canceled out. So what would be my next puzzle piece if I have milliliters at the bottom? 84. So this one, right? 84 milliliters per hour. Okay. So now we have hours at the bottom, but my goal says I need minutes, right? So what will be my last puzzle piece? I will have to do an hour to minute conversion. So how many minutes are in an hour? I got a 95. Oh, shoot. Undefeated dosage. The nurses are coming, y'all. So 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. So now your equation looks like your goal with drops on the top and minutes on the bottom. And now you can do the math. And that's it. That's it. Once you have your equation looking like your goal, then stop. What is that? So 60 times 84 divided by 60 is going to be 84 drops per minute. Any questions? I came in late. You're not late. We just getting started up. Y'all make sure y'all tell me which program of study you're in and what y'all want to study tonight. Shall we do another drops per minute question? How do you know when you're done? Mirror. Once your equation looks like your goal, then stop. We only want to have drops on the top because that's what the goal wants and minutes on the bottom. And that's it. So when everything has canceled out, so you see milliliters are gone. What's on the top and bottom cancel out. So once everything is gone except for drops on the top and minutes on the bottom, that's how you know it's completed. LPN. Okay, that's awesome. No, it won't. Black Beauty. We don't speak death. We speak life. We speak life here because we are not afraid of this. This is all we're doing. This is all that we're doing is putting together puzzle pieces. This is not math. This is not hard. You can defeat this. Okay. All right. So let me pull up another one and it's going to be all right. Let's do this way. All righty. You're welcome. Radiology, awesome. I don't know what I be looking at on them radiology scans. So appreciate it, Sheila. All right. So order doxycycline 150 milligrams IV PB in 100 milliliters of normal saline to infuse over 30 minutes. Your drop factor is 30 drops per milliliter. How many drops per minute will the nurse infuse? All right. So first things first is you read the question, right? So we did that. What is this question wanting us to give it? What's the goal? Okay, so what is our liquid? What is the liquid in this question? Because remember, we need how much liquid to go in, how fast, over how long, okay? What's your liquid? I see all different types of answers, so let's get it straight. Liquid is what? Liters or milliliters, right? What are your milliliters in this question? 100. So that's your volume. We need volume over time. How long do they want it to take for that 100 milliliters to go into your patient? So you see how it says infuse over 30 minutes? That's what they want you to do. Infuse it over 30 minutes. It literally tells you to put it over 30 minutes. So put it over 30 minutes. So the other thing that said we needed for your drops per minute is your drop factor, right? So our drop factor is 10 drops per milliliter. Okay. Now, what are we going to do about the 150 milligrams? What are we going to do about this? What are we going to do about it? Absolutely nothing. It's fluff. It's fluff. It's fluff. It's fluff. It's fluff. And I will tell you why it is fluff after the end, after we solve this question. Okay. All right. So what are we going to do for our first puzzle piece? If we always start with what it is we're looking for. So right now, y'all have told me that your goal is to become LPNs, RNs, BSNs, associate nurses, whatever, right? So that is your goal in life right now. It is your top priority and it becomes first before a lot of stuff. So keep your goals first. Whatever that top unit of measure is your first puzzle piece. So this has drops in it, right? So 10 drops over milliliter. Okay, now we've used that puzzle piece. Remember, what's on the bottom has to go to the top to be canceled out. So what would be my next puzzle piece? And y'all make sure you put the units by your numbers. Okay, this is very unit based. The numbers are going to be where they need to be so that the math will math based on where we put them with the units. So you see we got milliliters right here, right? So 100 milliliters over 30 minutes. Now, you see my milliliters are gone. They're canceled out. So what do I have? I have drops on the top like the goal told me, and I have minutes on the bottom like the goal told me. So therefore, we are finished with our puzzle, and now we can do the math. So you would multiply across the top, get a number, multiply across the bottom, get a number, then divide the top by the bottom. So we would do 10 times 100 and divide that by 30. So it'll be 33.3333. With your drops per minute questions, you need to round this to the whole number because you cannot divide a drop. So if we were rounding this to the whole number, what would our answer be? $33 drops per minute. So you start at the whole number, you go one decimal place to the right. Since that number is 4 or below, it's a no-go. So that means 33 will not change. So it'll be 33 drops per minute. Okay, so I need about 1,000 likes in order for y'all to for me to tell y'all about this fluff. You're like, you're on this time? Yes. Because I need to stimulate the FYP. I need to reach as many nursing students as I can. This is new to you, but I'm getting it. Yeah, it comes. It's different, right? It's different, but it's doable, and it can become fun. Somebody said, "Can you see my calculator again?" Yeah. You take your test Sunday. I will not be on tomorrow. I come on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., okay? All right, so why don't we use the 150, okay? So listen, you don't use the 150 because it is fluff. So why is this fluff? So think about it. I like to use real life applications so that you can understand why and that you can get it, okay? So that 150 milligrams of doxycycline was in 100 milliliters of normal saline. Okay, so think about it like your bottle of water and your Crystal Light packet. So your doxycycline is your powdered drink mix. Okay, your IV fluid is your bottle of water. You put your packet of drink mix in the water and you shake it up and you make a whole nother drink, right? So that packet is in the water and you drink it and you're drinking all of it. It's the same concept. That 150 milligrams is in the normal saline. So when you give the normal saline, what are you also giving? The doxycycline. What did we look for? We looked for volume over time, right? That was liquid over how long? That's what we're looking for. How fast to give this liquid, which contains the medicine, over how long. So does that make sense? On why it is fluff. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Sheila. Thank you for the gifts. So only milliliters is liquid. Yes, liters or milliliters, right? That's your liquid. So we need volume over time. All right, let's look for another one. So let's see, we can find up a fluffed up one for real. So we can fluff. Yes. And I mean, people say, well, it's there to throw you off. It's there because it's part of a complete order. Okay, this is what's going to be what it looks like in real life. So therefore, you need to know what it is that you're doing. Okay, so I'm about to try to find another one. See if I can find one with some extra stuff in it. Y'all liking it so far? Love this. We need prudent nurses. Absolutely. Who know what they're doing. All right. So, oh, somebody put one in the chat. So 300 milliliters of ampicillin and 500 milligrams to infuse over 40 minutes. Your drop factor is 20 drops per milliliter. So what will you use and what would you not use? So let's do this one. Let's see. Pin this comment. I'm going to flip this around. She said, I love it here. Oh, well, thank you so much. If you love it here, you'll also love it on my YouTube channel. I post the replays from here, and then I also have videos broken down, okay? So the comment that's pinned, that's the one I'm going to do. So our goal is drops per minute, right? It says that you have 300 milliliters of ampicillin, sodium 500 milligrams to infuse over 40 minutes. So what do we have? Volume 300 milliliters over 40 minutes. What's the drop factor? I can't see it. Oh, drop factor is 20 drops per milliliter. Okay, so that's what you have. That 500 milligrams is in that 300 milliliters. So guess what it is? It's fluff. Okay. So what are we going to start with if our if our goal is drops on the top? That's the same as blessed RN. Just plug in the new values. No use milligrams. Sorry, new to your page. Gonna start at PM. Do you usually? Yes, I go live on Wednesday nights. 8 p.m. It's fluff, Bookie. Exactly. All right. So, I need to move my iPad before it falls. 20 drops per milliliter. Okay. And then we have 300 milliliters over your 40 minutes. You see your milliliters cancel out. And what do you have? Drops on the top and minutes on the bottom. So therefore, you stop. You said 500 milligrams is the Crystal Light packet. Exactly. You're getting it. I just scrolled by. Oh, well, see, y'all are doing what you're supposed to. Y'all are stimulating the FYP, and I appreciate that. So we all can defeat dosage, okay? Because it's not hard. It could be like puzzles, okay? All right, so now that would be 150 drops per minute, okay? Black Beauty, what's going on? All right, one more drops per minute, and then we'll move on to something else. Somebody said something about kilograms, and y'all, if you've been here before, you know my absolute favorite is weight-based. Love it, because that's when the puzzle pieces really be puzzle piecing. All right, so a client is receiving 500 milliliters of D5 normal saline with 20 milliequivalents of potassium chloride at 100 milliliters per hour. There is no pump available, so the nurse puts the IV on gravity flow. Using 15 drops per milliliter tubing, what is the drop per minute flow rate? So first things first, what is our goal? What are we looking for? Y'all don't forget to double tap in between you up here figuring out these puzzle pieces. nurses so the FYP can FYP and we can all defeat dosage because the nurses are coming, y'all. All right. The goal is what? Drops per minute. Boom. Okay. So, what is our volume over time? Do we have something with volume over time in it? I think I chew my jaw in my sleep. Oh my goodness, my mouth hurts so bad. Oh, what's volume over time? And don't be afraid to put what you think it is, okay? This is a safe space. I'm not going to jump through the screen and yell at you and all that jazz. All right, so we got 100 milliliters per hour. Boom, that's how fast they want it to go. They want you to give 100 milliliters per hour. So what is your drop factor? What's your drop factor? 15 drop. Mushy, hey, congratulations again on getting in. How are you? 15 drops per milliliter, okay? So, what are we going to do with this and this? Absolutely nothing. It's fluff. Because what do we have? Volume over time. This is just how much is in the bag. And this is what's floating around in the bag. Did the goal ask you anything about that? No, it told you volume over time is this. So that's what you use. And it told you that your tubing, which is your drop factor, is that. Okay? So what would be your first puzzle piece if our goal on the top is drops? Always start with your goal at the top. If you start with what you're looking for, you don't have to go and find it. So 15 drops per milliliter. Boom. Okay. Now we have milliliters at the bottom. So what's going to be our next puzzle piece? $100 milliliters per hour. Boom. All right. Am I done yet, or do I need another puzzle piece? So what is my next puzzle piece? We want minutes at the bottom, right? But we have hours. So I need to know how many minutes is in an hour. So 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. My hour cancels out. And now what do I have? Drops at the top and minutes at the bottom. Your goal is your very best friend. Hey, Born Blessed, how are you? Your goal can help you pick out fluff. It tells you your first puzzle piece. It helps you see what comes next and what doesn't belong. All right. So I did the math. The math is mathing, and I got 25 drops per minute. If you got 25 drops per minute, 5 gold stars. You got to keep up with your own gold stars, though, okay? 25 drops per minute. Thank you, Ty. I appreciate that encouragement and the feedback. Okay. Any questions so far? Any questions? We defeating dosage. We defeating dosage. We defeating dosage. All right. Let me pull up a weight-based question. Y'all make sure y'all go to my YouTube channel, A Blessed RN. And if you are looking for more help in between sessions, I have questions broken down just like this, okay? I also have my workbook that's on my website. And, you know, if you're on a student's budget and you can't get that, cool. We got quizzes, too. Weight-based. Okay, I'm coming. I ain't typing fast enough. Too much talking, not typing. My bad. You want weight, like oral weight based, or the IV ones? Weight, it don't have to be tricky because we have this. We have puzzle pieces. Okay. IV. All right, Lauren. Let's do it. Ooh. And this one got a drop per minute in here. Oh, shoot. So we finna really turn up. Okay. All right, let's turn it up. Y'all ready to turn up the heat? Are you welcoming a challenge now that we understand the rules of the puzzles? Yeah? All right. I'm going to give you a second, let you read the question. I'm going to adjust it a little bit. Okay. Once you read the question, tell me, what is our goal? What is it that we're looking for? Thank you for the likes and the follows. If we can get up to 10,000 likes, I'll be excited. Yes, Bookie, darling. You're welcome. I'm so excited for you. The nurses are coming. All right. So y'all have told me that my goal is drops per minute, right? Drops per minute. All right. So what's together will stay together. What is by itself is by itself. Okay. So we keeping couples together all 2025. If they're single, they're not ready to mingle. All right. So what do we have? We have our patient's weight, which is P, right? So patient's weight. Our prescription, which is another P, is 0.8 milligrams per kilogram per hour. And my third P is my product, which is 500 milligrams in 1,000 milliliters. Okay. So you see how everything that is together stays together, and what's by itself is by itself. Clock it. All right. I failed my third pediatric dose attempt. I don't know what's doing wrong. What kind of peds questions? All right. So, Brittany, I'm going to show you how you can only pick up the calculator one time. Okay. Why is it minutes? Because you have a drop factor, right? Boom. So we're going to use that too. You're not doing this on a pump. Pump, it's always going to be milliliters per hour. If they give you a drop factor and tell you to do it via gravity, it's going to be drops per minute. Okay, Andy, we can do some of those tonight. All right. So what will be my first puzzle piece? If you've been here, you know the rule. We always keep our goals first. They're our top priority. So whatever is on the top, that goes first. So what is your first puzzle piece? No, it's not, Shanique. Follow what you know. Follow what exactly you've been doing. It's the same thing, just a different type of question. Okay? What is your first puzzle piece? Always start with this. If you always start with your top goal, the rest will follow. So look, 20 drops per milliliter. Okay? So we've done that. Now, what is your next puzzle piece? If you have milliliters on the bottom, you need milliliters on the top, right? That's how we tell what's next. Always do what's next on the bottom. Mira, how did you get a minute when it says milliliter? So what is the flow rate? So remember how I said you can only do two different ways to get an IV? Is milliliter per hour, that's a pump, and then drops per minute if it's gravity. This is a gravity set because it says using a drip set, so it's going to be drops per minute. Okay, so y'all told me my next puzzle piece is 1,000 milliliters over 500 milligrams. You use this piece because it had milliliters in it, right? Boom. And guess what? We flipped it. You see how I'm flipping this puzzle piece and it has not changed in size, shape, or composition? You can do the same thing with any of these puzzle pieces. It does not change it. You can put your puzzle pieces in the place that they need to so that they can fit in your puzzle, okay? Now our milliliters are gone. All right, we've got milligrams at the bottom. Do we have milligrams? Okay, so 0.8 milligram per kilogram per hour. Perfect. So that came next, right? Okay, so we use that. We got kilogram an hour at the bottom. Our weight is in pounds. So what are we going to do? If you don't have kilograms in your puzzle pieces, if you don't have the piece that you need, that's when you pull out your metric conversions. Exactly, y'all. So 1 kg is equal to 2.2 pounds. Your equation will take care of all of your converting for you. You just pick up your calculator one time, and now we can do 135 pounds over 1. Okay, now you see everything is canceled out, right? But what do I need at the bottom? I need minute. What do I have? I have hour. So what is my last puzzle piece? You got it. 1 hour over 60 minutes. Clock it. And that's it. So you see how I just went from puzzle piece to puzzle piece. Whatever was on the bottom had to go to the top, and I used the information that I had. So if you're having problems with like seeing what you need to use or don't know, write your puzzle pieces to the side. Put your goal right there, top and center, and write your puzzle pieces on the side so you'll know what you have to choose from. Okay. So for every problem, it's better to do DA. Yep, because you do it the same way. No formulas to choose from. No extra steps to take as far as like converting. It'll take care of everything for you. As long as you know your conversions and you know what your goal is, you're good. So 20 times 1,000 times 0.8 times 135. And you see how I'm going to keep all of this inside my calculator too. Boom, 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 boom. I got 32.7. Is that what y'all got? Knowing where it's going is where you get confused. Whatever is on the bottom has to go to the top. So you put your first puzzle piece that has your goal in it. It's going to lead you the rest of the way. All right. So if we round 32.7 to the nearest whole number, what would our answer be? 33 what? Drops per minute. I love it. All right, we're on the road to 10,000 likes. I appreciate it. Make sure you share the live and like in between, please. Thank you. I appreciate it so greatly. Why wouldn't you multiply? Okay, so that's what I essentially did, but I just kept everything inside the calculator. So if you were doing this just regularly, right, you would do 20 times 1,000 times 0.8 times 135, and you'll get that number, right? You see how big that number is? You see how many zeros that is? I don't like zeros and all big numbers and all that jazz, because if you add a zero and you leave a zero off, it can change your number, right? So that's the top number. And then the bottom number would be this, right? So then you have to put in the top number, which I already don't forgot, divided by the bottom number, and you would still get the same thing. Okay, so what I do is the calculator trick. So I put in all of my values across the top and multiply. So 20 times 1,000 times 0.8 times 135. And once I get to the end of the top line, I hit divide. I don't hit equals, I hit divide. And then I put in all of my values on the bottom and I hit divide in between. So you see, I'm still in one calculator function. And then once I get done with that, I hit the equal sign. And so I didn't have to write down anything, stop and write down anything, and then put it back inside the calculator. It's all just right there in the calculator. So if you press the right buttons, you'll get the right answers. And my little OCD self, sometimes I'll do it 2 and 3 times just to make sure I get the same thing. But it saves you some time. You know, if you're worried about having enough time on your exams, you know what I'm saying? Let's see. Let's do this one. Never knew this. Yeah, you learn stuff here. I think I'm a good resource. Put me in your pocket for nursing school. Yeah, you're welcome. And you can use it with the computer calculator like that's on ATI or HESI. It works. It works. So if you're worried about that, it still works the same. Okay? So drug A, 10 milligrams per kilogram per day, is ordered to a patient who weighs 136 pounds in 3 equally divided doses. How many milliliters should the nurse administer in one dose if drug A is available with the concentration of 150 mgs per 5 mLs? And we're going to round to the nearest tenth. All right, so what is the goal here? What are we looking for? How often? I go on Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then sometimes I just pop in and be like, boop, let's do some dosage. So make sure your notifications are on. And if you need more video breakdown, my name on YouTube is A Blessed RN. And you can either watch the replays of the lives or you can look and see exactly which kind of problem you want. And I show you how to break it down like this, okay? I don't know why for me I can't do it. I know I didn't like dimensional Andy in school as well because I didn't understand. It wasn't made clear. It's like, what do you start with? What goes on the bottom? What goes on the top? Like, you know, it was just confusing as all get out. But see, I was a pharmacy technician before I was a nurse, and I was mathy. So I loved ratio and proportion, okay? So that's what got me through. But once I started making the content, everybody was asking for dimensional. So I kind of had to force my way through it. And I was like, wait a minute, it's like solving a puzzle. And I was like, that's less intimidating than math, because a lot of people profess that they're not good at math. So this is not math. You can't be scared of this. This is not what we're scared of, because this is what we're doing. It makes it a lot more tolerable. You can do this. You've done this as a kid. All right. So what are my puzzle pieces? Remember, I need the 3 P's, right? So I need my patient's weight, which is 136 pounds. I need my prescription, which is my 10 milligrams per kilogram per day. And then I need my product, which is my medicine, right? So 150 milligrams per 5 milliliters. All right, so I'm about to show you the secret sauce, the Good Burger sauce, okay? So look, if you have goal, if you're looking for the amount for one dose, right? And your order is the amount for the whole day, those two things are not the same. If it does not say day and day or dose and dose, then you need to know how many doses are in the day. I'm going to say it again just in case you missed it. If it does not say day right here and day right here, or dose right there and dose right there, then you need to know how many doses are in the day. That's how you use your goal, which is your best friend, to do these dose versus day problems. And that's free game. Okay? So, how many doses are in the day? I feel like y'all's wheels are turning after I said that. All right. So 3 equally divided doses. So in one day, there are 3 doses. Okay. All right. So what will be my first puzzle piece if my top goal is milliliters? Brian, you so silly. What'll be my first puzzle piece if I'm looking for milliliters? Hey, Roxanne. Oh, Roxanne, how you doing? How's it going? I hadn't talked to you in a minute since you started school. All right. So that's my first puzzle piece, because I need to start with what's on the top, right? So I took it and I flipped it. Why 3 doses? Because we are looking for the amount in one dose. Okay? Your order is the amount for the whole day. You can't give all that medicine at one time. Okay? So we need to see how many doses that we have to divide it up into. Okay? So that's why when I say look at your goal, it's asking for a dose here. What do you have right here? The amount for the whole day. So if those two things are not the same, if it does not say day right here and day right there, or dose right here and dose right there, you need to see how much you need to divide it up between. And it says that we give this in 3 equally divided doses. Does that make sense? And why did I flip it? Because I always start with what's on the top. We want to give our equation what the question wants. You give the question what it wants, nothing more, nothing less. We are looking for the milliliter for 1 dose, all right? So I'm going to start with my milliliters. And because this puzzle piece right here had my milliliters in it, I took it and I flipped it. You can flip these. You can flip these. So just like I'm flipping this puzzle piece right here and it has not changed in size, shape, or composition, these puzzle pieces over here will not change in size, shape, or composition. Okay? So that piece is gone now. So what is the next piece that I would need if I have milligrams at the bottom? Okay? Brian, this is dosage calculations. 10 milligrams per kilogram per day. All right. So milligram and day, those are not on the bottom, are they? So they both have to be canceled out. So we've used this. We will do kilograms. All right. We don't have kilograms in our puzzle pieces. We have pounds. So if you don't have the piece that you need to connect next, that's when you pull out your metric conversions. That's why everybody gets on here and preaches to you blue in the face that you know these. So we're going from kilograms to pounds, right? And I already see the correct conversion in the chat. 1 kg is 2.2 pounds. So you see your kilogram cancels out. And now you can put your pounds in there. So 136 pounds. And you'll put it over 1 because it's not related to anything. It's just chilling by itself. It doesn't equal a day. It doesn't equal an hour. 136 is 136 pounds. Okay. So my last puzzle piece I need to take care of is day because I need to have dose on the bottom, right? So this is my last puzzle piece. 1 day has 3 doses in it. And now day is canceled out. All of my pieces are canceled except for milliliter. Well, wrong tool, wrong masker tool. Milliliter at the top, boom. And dose at the bottom, boom. That's how you know when you're finished. I'm pretty sure for my college it's called pharmacology. They might include dosage in pharmacology. So some people have it in like the same class. So pharmacology is like the study of your drugs. But most people combine the math part with the theory part of the medicine. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. All right, so now I'm going to do the calculator trick. So 5 times 10 times 136 divided by 150 divided by 2.2 divided by 3. I got 6.86, and it told me to round to the nearest tenths place. So what would be my final answer? I have dosage and theory skills. Okay. I can do this. Mentally laugh out loud. It's the writing it out I need to get used to. Gotcha. A lot of people was like, it makes sense to me mathematically, but yeah. Hold on, don't delete it. I'm not going to delete it. But I'll make it big. So 6.9 milliliters per dose. Might as well say give 7. 6, 7. I've been hanging around my kid too long. All right. Any questions? Y'all make sure y'all double tap the live. And we're on the road to 10,000 likes. Show the calculator trick. Yeah. How long have I been a nurse? 15 years. 15 years. Lord have mercy, 15 years. It's just like time has gone by so quick. Like, bro, I'm knocking on 40. Like, where has the time gone? All right, I'm pretty sure you wanted me to to talk this out. My bad. All right, so calculator trick. You're gonna multiply all of your numbers across the top. Okay, so we'll do 5 times 10 times 136. Don't press equal. You hit divide. Okay, hit divide. And then you put in your numbers on the bottom, but you hit divide in between those. So 150 divided by 2.2 divided by 3. You notice I didn't put the ones in because the ones don't make a difference. All right. Now I hit the equal sign one time and I did 6.86 and it told us to round to the nearest tenths place. So you get 6.9. Okay. All right, so what's the benefit of doing dimensional analysis? So you see how I picked up my calculator one time? One time. You see how you had to change the weight from pounds to kilograms? Did I pick up my calculator then? No. The equation will take care of it for you, okay? So instead of doing all these extra little steps, all these mathies, put your puzzle pieces together. Take what it gives you and you keep together what's together. What's by itself is by itself. And you just piece those. I don't even know if these two fit because I made a puzzle with my face on it. But it looks like they fit. Okay, they're going to fit today. Boom. You just piece them together. So that is the benefit with dimensional analysis. Because sometimes when you do like 136 divided by 2.2, you get like a number in all these decimals, right? Boom, right? So when you have the decimal, where do you cut the decimal off at? Do you round up? Do you round down? And so therefore, it's like if you do too many manipulations of the numbers, it will change your final answer, right? So with dimensional analysis, it will take care of all of your math for you. All you do is the multiplication and division at the end, and then you round one time. Okay? So yeah. Thank you, Lauren. I do tutor. Can you do another one just like that one, please? Sure. You need one more problem. We need reconstitution. We can do reconstitution. I'm in dosage calculations as we speak. I test Saturday. Okay, Caroline. Sweet Caroline. Bow. All right. My name is Carlina. So they always try to say Carolina. I'm like, it's not Carolina. It was like, Caroline, I got floated to another unit last week and they kept calling me Caroline. I'm like, it's not my name. Like, it has no O in it, Buki. Like, what are you doing? Let's see. 10 micrograms per. Okay, let's do this one. All right. Okay. What days? I know, right? I think I have the available times and dates on my website. It's in the link that's in my bio. All right, I'm gonna flip the camera. Can y'all see that? Okay. And some more fluff to it, but that's okay. Do 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 do. So good, so good, so good. You look so young and beautiful, though. Well, thank you. You trying to get a free session, aren't you? I love it. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, thank you. Oh. I guess what you thought, since I said I was a nurse for like 15 years, I was going to look old and decrepit. Girl, I don't let them folks get on my nerves. They try. But no. All right, what's the goal? What are we looking for here? I kid. I keep it light and airy around here. Y'all are already stressed out and tense because you got to pass dosage with 100 and stuff. So I'm just kidding, okay? I'm going to wake up and be serious and shock the mess out of everybody. It's going to be a day. All right, so our goal is milliliters per day, right? Hold on, let me put this puzzle piece on so it won't cut off my live. There we go. All right. Okay, so milliliters per day. That's what we're looking for, right? Okay, so all right, we're going to write our puzzle pieces. So remember, we need the 3 P's, right? So we got 32 kilograms is our patient's weight. Our order is 80 micrograms per kilogram per day. And then our medicine, so our product is 10 milligrams per 2 milliliters. All right, so we're going to check it. So what do we have in our goal? Day. What do we have in our order? Day. You see how those two things are the same? It's day and day. So guess what we don't need this time? This, which is how often you give a dose in a day. It's fluff. Makes sense? Makes dollars make sense. Makes nurses. The nurses are coming. Boop. All right. So what will be my first puzzle piece? And we are on the road to 10,000 likes. Help me get there. Boom, boom, boom. 2 milliliters over 10 mgs. All right. Boom. Perfect. Y'all are picking up what I'm dropping. What would be my next puzzle piece? Let's see who knows what to do next. And if you don't know, ask a neighbor. Say, neighbor, help me. How do you know what to start with? Lauren, you always start whatever this top goal is. Always start with your goal. Keep your goals first and they're on the top. All right. So we don't have a puzzle piece to connect, right? Exactly. You pull out your metric conversions. Congratulations. 5 gold stars. How many are at 10 gold stars right now? You keep up with your own gold stars, okay? Boom. So 1 milligram equals 1,000 micrograms. If you get confused on where the 1 goes and where the 1,000 goes, remember, it takes a 1,000 little smaller pieces to come together to make one big thing. Okay? All right. That's what used to confuse the heck out of me with dimensional in school. I'm like, where's the 1 go? Where does the 1,000 go? All right. So now we got micrograms at the bottom. What would be our next puzzle piece? Is the way you're using dimensional. Yes. Yes, Sir Ethan. So we'll use this, right? It's got our micros in it. Microgram. So 80 micrograms per kilogram per day. Perfect. All right. So now we've got day at the bottom, which we want in our goal, so it can stay. We got milliliter at the top, so it can stay. But we need to get rid of the kilograms, right? So what would be my last puzzle piece? The kilograms. It's already in kilograms, so you don't have to convert it. All right, it's just 32 kilograms. And remember, it was single as a Pringle, so put it over 1. And that's it. You are finished. Everything is canceled out except for milliliter at the top and day at the bottom. And now I'll do the calculator trick, okay? So 2 times 80 times 32 divided by 10 divided by 1,000. 0.512. So 0.512, and it says to round to the nearest tenth. So what is our final answer? You make it so easy, but it's so confusing at times. What confuses you, Black Beauty? I'm hollering. She said I'm booking my session ASAP. 0.5 milliliters per day. Nurse G got a 100. The last one. The nurses are coming. Congratulations. Why do you divide by 1,000? I get the 10, but can't you multiply 10 times 1,000 and divide? Dimples, you doing too much. Let your equation do all of your work for you. So this right here is the conversion from milligrams to milliliters. So we had milligrams is in our what's this? The medicine, right? So that's your medicine. But your order was in micrograms. So therefore, you can't put a milligram on top of a microgram and expect for it to cancel out, because a microgram is 1,000 times smaller, right? So if you don't have the puzzle pieces that match, because remember, what's on the bottom has to go to the top. If you don't have it, then you have to pull out your metric conversions. Okay? Is this all supposed to be memorized? What do you mean? Like the metric conversion part, or how I am doing it? Because how you do it is it's pretty like mechanical. Honestly, whatever's on the bottom you put to the top, and you just piecing together your puzzle until you get what this wants, what the question wants. Okay? The question that says how many milliliters per day will be administered is how you point out the goal. Exactly. That's what the question wants. First DA quiz is on Saturday, qualifier in October. Okay, no, I'm saying at the end, you multiply everything across the top. Can't you multiply? Yes, Dimples. So what I do the calculator trick. So I don't take anything out the calculator and write it down. So in normally what you would do is 2 times 80 times 32. And that's your number, right? So that'll be this number. Then you got to clear out your calculator and do 10 times 1,000, right? So now you got 10,000. So now you got to go back in and do, right? And you get your answer. But I keep it inside the calculator, and I just keep it inside the calculator. So I just do 2 times 80 times 32 divided by the bottom, and you get the same answer. Thank you for clarifying your question. I appreciate it. Where to start? How do you know where to start the problems? It's too many numbers. Okay, Brendita, listen. So dosage calculations is you have an order, okay? So this is what a lot of people don't understand. Like, what are we looking for? It's just numbers and all this jazz, right? So what exactly are we doing here? All right, so with this question, your order is this. You got drug A, and they want your patient to get 80 micrograms per kilogram of body weight for the whole day. All right. And you cannot give all that medicine at one time. So they want you to break it up into doses every 6 hours. And this patient is going to get this therapy for 7 days. So this is part of a totally complete order. The name of the drug, the amount for the dose, how many doses are in the day, which is your frequency, and then 7 days is your duration. That's a whole complete order, which sometimes you don't even get, all right? Your patient weighs 32 kilograms. Based off of your order, you know you need your patient's weight, okay? Because it's a weight-based medicine. So drug A, which is the actual medicine that you want to give to your patient, is available. It's a liquid. So in 2 milliliters of liquid, there is floating around 10 milligrams of drug A. So we need to see how many milliliters of your actual medicine of that liquid is going to be equal to what that doctor wants to give to the patient. So your question is how many milliliters for the whole day, because you can figure out for the whole day, or you can figure out for just one dose. This question wants per the whole day. So it's very important that you pick out what that question wants so you can get your points, okay? So with your weight base, you need the 3 Ps. You need your patient's weight, which is right here. You need your prescription, which is right here. And you need your product, which is right there, okay? So hopefully that kind of cleared some things up. So the available will always start with it off. Whatever this goal is what you start with, because it could ask you different things, because they could give you the medicine and they could just give you the order and the weight of the patient, and they just want to know, like, well, how many milligrams is ordered? And so you wouldn't even use the medicine. So whatever that goal wants is what you give it. You've been doing it so long, it comes naturally. Honestly, I've only been doing dimensional analysis for like 1.5 years because I didn't like it. That was not my cup of tea. I told you I was a ratio and proportion girly. Yep. But it's so easy though. And you do it the same way every single time. All right. That's awesome. Yes, thank you. Understand. All right, you're welcome. What if you start the question? What if you start by the question asked, then you start the conversion? Huh? Okay, hold on. What if you start by the question, then you start with a conversion? So if you don't have what the question asked for, I think you're asking me, like, can you start with a conversion? Yeah, you can start with a conversion. Whatever that goal is what you give it. So do you also do this math in the hospital when you give the med to a patient, or just in nursing school? Absolutely. I was working for a health system that was cyber attacked about 2 years ago on Nurses Week and didn't come back up until July. So everything went paper. Okay. You absolutely will have to do this, especially if y'all are the NICU girlies or the ICU girlies or gents. Because we got some male nurses on here too. Shout out to the male nurses. If you want to do pediatrics with the kids, then you definitely will. If you're doing oncology, which is your cancer patients, then you have to know how to calculate those meds too. All right. I think I struggle with what's the fluff and what's not. Okay. All right. Thank you. It's clear. I can't see the question all the way. All right. Let's see. All right. Can y'all see it now? Can you see it now? Can you see it now? You're welcome. All right, we're on the road to 10,000 likes. Make sure y'all double tap in between and share the live. I appreciate it so much. And if you need more breakdown and tutorial, you want videos that get straight to the point and show you exactly how to solve it, then a Blessed RN on YouTube, okay? I also have a workbook. I have an ebook and I have the printed version. So if you're needing more practice and you want me in book form, then that's it. All right. A provider has ordered drug P 2.5 milliequivalents per kilogram per day by mouth, divided in equal doses every 6 hours to a child who weighs 85 pounds. Available is drug P 40 MEQs per 15 mLs. How many milliliters should the nurse administer per dose? All right. So what is the goal? What are we looking for? I'm thirsty. Milliliter per dose. All right. Your goal is your best friend. So it's going to help you pick out a lot of the stuff, right? So what did we say we needed? The 3 Ps, right? So your patient's weight is 85 pounds. Your prescription is 2.5 milliequivalents per kilogram per day. Well, what the freak frag nabbit is a milliequivalent? It's going to get canceled out anyway. So does it really matter? But no, you can't measure everything in milligrams, micrograms, or grams. You have some medicines that are like potassium, which is an electrolyte. You can't measure that in a gram. It's a milliequivalent. Okay. So it's just a unit, different unit of measure. All right. And then my medicine, that's my product, right? Is 40 MEQ per 15 ml. Okay. So let's look at our goal. We need the amount per the dose. Now we look at our order. That's the amount for the whole day. Do we need to know how many doses are in the day? How many doses are in the day? Four doses, because it says we give a dose every 6 hours. So there are 24 hours in a day. 24 divided by 6 is going to be 4. So one day has 4 doses. Okay? All right, so let's put together our puzzle. What is my first piece if my top goal is milliliter? Okay? So 15 milliliters over 40 MEQ. All right? So if I have MEQs at the bottom, even if you don't know what the heck it is, it's got to go to the top, right? Do we have a puzzle piece with MEQ in it? That comes next. So 2.5 MEQ per kilogram per day. All right. Now, she said I need to put on my glasses. I'm hollering. Okay. So we need to get rid of the kilograms. Do we have kilograms? Nope, we got pounds, right? So 1 kilogram is equal to 2.2 pounds. Your kilogram cancels out. And now we have 85 pounds, and it's just by itself. It does not equal a day, a minute, or an hour. It just equals 85 pounds. Put it over 1, okay? You always keep what's equal or relevant to each other together. So you see how 1 kilogram is equal to 2.2 pounds, and we put it over each other? So what's equal or relevant is what's together, all right? And 1 day has 4 doses in it. So day was at the bottom, day goes to the top. Everything is gone now except for milliliter at the top and dose at the bottom. And that's it. So 15 times 2.5 times 85 divided by 40 divided by 2.2 divided by 4. So how did it say we're going to round to the nearest tenth? So what would be our answer rounded to the nearest tenth? Okay, got it. Questions? How y'all feeling? What are we thinking? Is dimensional analysis becoming a little bit more palatable? I am in Alabama. Can you explain the part how you got 4 times a day? Yes. So in the you're welcome. The question said that it was divided into equal doses every 6 hours. Okay. So 6 hours come around, you give a dose. 6 hours comes around, you give a dose. 6 hours comes around, you give a dose. 6 hours comes around, you give a dose. All right. So there are 24 hours in a day, and you give a dose every 6. That would be 24 divided by 6. So that's 4 doses in the day. Okay. I'm on YouTube, A Blessed RN, same name. I'm on Facebook, A Blessed RN. I'm on Instagram, A Blessed RN. And it's getting better, definitely. I'm just lost about the fluff part. It'll get better. The more that you practice and you set it up, even if you don't know if it belongs, if it's fluff, it's not going to fit in your puzzle. Yeah. To get rid of the kilograms and the pounds, you would need the 1 kg equals 2.2 every time. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. You're welcome. All right, what y'all want to do next? I'm exhausted. I am freaking exhausted, but I'm going to push through for a couple more questions. I just came off a 3-day stint. I travel 3 days out the week. I'm a nurse on a med-surg urology floor. And Lord have mercy, they done told me a new one. Peds. Teaspoons and tablespoons. What kind of peds? And what kind of teaspoons and tablespoons? Y'all gotta be specific. Anything Jack says. Bolus and infusion. Is that heparin? Let's see. Bolus and infusion. Heparin. We baking cakes. Okay, then. All right. Let's see. Heparin. And then we'll do some peds. Bolus and infusion. Bolus and infusion. Okay. All right, so bolus. Bolus is big word for one-time administration. It's quick, it's fast, it's gone. So with heparin, so I had a patient that was on a heparin drip. He had a PE and he had bilateral pneumonia. He was really sick. All right, so you have to give a bolus first in order to get that medicine where it needs to be, okay? And then you maintain it with the drip, okay? So I'm going to turn it around and we're going to look at it. Because you're going to flip out. You be like, oh, words and numbers. Like, y'all got to stop being afraid. You know how to read. We're going to keep together. What's not is not, okay? I immediately followed first dosage calc exam this Tuesday. I'm so nervous. Oh, you got this, Leah. You can do it. You can do it. Heparin. All right. Hey, Diary of a Chef Life. She said the best DC tutor. Thank you. How are you? I don't come on every night. Lord, y'all be trying to kill me. 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on Wednesdays. Yep. And thank you, Queen ZR4. All the numbers. Okay, so let's talk about what the numbers mean. Okay, so what's happening? A heparin infusion has been ordered for a patient, and that patient weighs 75 kilograms. An initial bolus, so remember what I said, bolus was a one-time dose, right? Of 1,000. Oh my gosh, y'all stop. Y'all be freaking out. Remember, I'm gonna get these made, and y'all gonna have these little puzzle pieces, and you just look at the puzzle piece. This is not what we're afraid of. We are not afraid of this, okay? Boom. So, and a bolus, initial bolus. So the bolus is going to get that medicine jump started at where it needs to be, okay? And then you're going to maintain it with the drip, all right? So an initial bolus of 1,000 units has been ordered before starting a continuous drip. So the drip is 15 units per kilogram per hour, not minute. That's a whole lot of freaking heparin. Boom. Sorry. Hour. All right. So you have a vial labeled heparin 500 units per milliliter. So then you got a bag which got your drip in it, right? Which is your heparin 40,000 units and 500 milliliters of normal saline. So how many milliliters will the nurse administer for the initial bolus? And then how many milliliters per hour will the nurse set on the pump? So you see we have two separate questions, right? Oh, thank y'all for getting me to 10,000 likes. Can we get to 20? I know, I'm so needy. All right, so listen. What is the bolus? All right, so let's do the bolus first. So initial bolus. So bolus. So what information do they give us about the bolus? It's 1,000 units, right? So you reserve your bag for your IV drip because you're using IV, and you're going to reserve your bottle that has the medicine in it for your bolus, okay? So we have 1,000 units to give for our bolus, okay? Because we're looking for how many milliliters, right? So we got 1,000. And then the vial has 500 units per milliliter, okay? So if we are looking for milliliter, What are we going to start with first? Because this, why did it change it? Milliliter. That's our goal, right? See, you see it keep changing it. I haven't did nothing to it. Little evil SpongeBob comes on my screen every once in a while. Scribbles everywhere. All right. So what would be our first puzzle piece? This one, right? It's got milliliters in it. So ml over 500 units. All right. Now we got units on the bottom. So we need units on the top, right? So that's this one. 1,000 units over 1. Units cancel out. Everything is gone except for milliliters. So 1,000 divided by 500 is going to be 2 milliliters. Hey, I bought the book July 9th, but I didn't download it. Oh, okay, I have to send you the links again. Send me a message so I can resend it to your email, okay? If you don't download it like within a month, the link expires through the website. Okay. I'll get you taken care of tonight, okay? Thank you again. All right, so that's it for the bolus. Easy enough, okay? Keep the information for the bolus with the bolus. So after we give the bolus, that's gone, right? We draw that up and we put it in the patient's IV, and now they've got that medicine. So now we have to set up your IV drip to maintain this medicine. So why are we giving heparin? Does anybody know why are we giving heparin? Have y'all got that far yet? If not, it's okay. All right. So how many milliliters per hour will we set our pump for our drip, right? All right. Exactly, Cat 4. We're trying to stop clots. Yeah. Why is this doing that? Oh my gosh. I did not write it like that. Goal. Milliliter per hour. Don't change it. All right. So what does it say about my drip? It says that I have to give them 15 units per kilogram per hour, right? So 15 units per kilogram per hour. So what do you notice about this order? It's got units per kilogram per hour. So since it's per kilogram, I know I need my patient's weight for this part. So therefore, I will use the 75 kilogram because that is the weight-based part. All right. And then it tells me that I have a bag, right, that was sent from pharmacy. It's got 40,000 units of heparin floating around in 500 milliliters of normal saline. So that is for the drip. So keep the information with the drip, the information with the bolus, All right. So what my top goal is milliliters. So what will be my first puzzle piece? And you take it and you flip it, right? 500 ml over 40,000 units. Boom. All right. We got units at the bottom. So what will be my next puzzle piece? $15 units per kg per hour. All right. My units are canceled out. I got hour at the bottom. Boom. That's goal. I got milliliter at the top. Boom. That's goal. So I got to get rid of my kilograms, right? So my patient's weight is already in kilograms. So I'm just going to put 75 kilograms over 1. I don't need to use a conversion because I already have kgs. All right. And everything is gone except for milliliter at the top and hour at the bottom. Puzzle completed. And that's all you do for every single. So if you've been on this live for the past hour and a half, you see that we've done all of these questions the same exact way. We have not deviated from the plan, not one time. And that's the beauty of dimensional analysis. You do it every single way for all of your dosage calc problems without hardly using any math. So only the top unit has to match the top and the bottom. So we start with the top and we work our way to the bottom unit. And that's how you know when you're finished, Erin. When everything is gone except for what's on the top and what's on the bottom in the goal. So what if we rounded this to the nearest whole number? What would our answer be? I come on Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and sometimes I just pop in. But usually I'm on Wednesdays. So 14 milliliters per hour. Don't forget to label and don't forget to round. That's how they take off points in school. There's hour at the bottom in the goal, but the first fraction had units at the bottom. Okay, so look. What's together is going to stay together. All right. So I want you to see me. All right. So what's together is going to stay together, right? So you see that first fraction is not really a fraction. It's like a relevancy. It's what's relevant or what's equal to something, right? So we got 40,000 units of heparin that's floating around in your 500 milliliters of normal saline. So whatever is together stays together, and that's on one puzzle piece. That's why we were able to flip it and it didn't change the fact that 40,000 units is in 500 milliliters. 500 milliliters has 40,000 units in it, okay? So what's together stays together. What's by itself is just going to be by itself. Everything does not have to have a partner and match up. Some things are just by itself, like your patient's weight, okay? So, hey, Mike. You defeat... I get the clap for you, too. All right. So, because you move one piece. So you always start with your top goal, okay? It had milliliters in it. So if you move one part, one band, one sound, it's all going to move, okay? So this is a piece, and then you have to put another piece, and you just cancel out the top and the bottom until you get to only what's left at the bottom is there and only what's at the top. We always start with that top piece. So you always got your first top goal. So you just work your way through. And sometimes you don't even have something at the bottom. Okay. So you just work your way through until everything else cancels. Does that make sense? Cool. All right. Thank you for the roses. You're welcome. Yes, Mike, they are married. Who married? What I missed? Just like there. Okay. I was like, who said they was married? Okay. Somebody asked me about a Pete's question, but I don't think you told me what type of Pete's question. I really want to answer a Pete's question for you, so let me know. All right. So this one is just, let's do that one. This one doesn't have a bolus. I do tutor. I do. All right, so heparin is available in the strength of 20,000 units in 500 ml. The order is to administer the drip at 18 units per kilogram per hour for a patient weighing 196 pounds. Calculate the units per hour and the milliliters per hour, okay? So let's do units per hour first, okay? So my goal is units per hour. Okay? So it says that I have 20. So what do we use? So this is how you're going to use your goal. Is anything liquid a part of this goal? Yes or no? And we're on the road to 20,000 likes. Y'all help me get there. Please and thank you. Is anything in this goal liquid? No. No, right? So, are you going to use anything liquid with answering this first question? Boom. That's how you use your goal. You see what I'm saying? It's your best friend. That's how you use it to see what fluff you need, what you use, what you don't use. All right. So I know that I need to give 18 units per kilogram per hour, right? Oh my God, exactly. Don't you got units an hour just in this one puzzle piece? Yeah. Okay. What else do you have in this puzzle piece? A weight. So what else am I going to use? A weight. Y'all know things. Y'all just be punked out by the dosage. Don't let these puzzle pieces punk you. You're bigger than this. All right. So use your goal. Okay. All right. So the first thing that we're going to do is put our units on the top, right? So 18 units per kilogram per hour. Okay. Now we need to get rid of our kilograms, right? All right. I see a conversion. 1 kg is 2.2 pounds. Boom. And then I'll do my 196 pounds, and it's just by itself. Keep it over 1. It's by itself, and that's it. So that's going to give us units per hour, because units is at the top and hours at the bottom. That fluff explanation was clear in this question. Yes. You said sit by you. Where are you? Where are you located? Oh, man. 18 units times 196 divided by 2.2. So they're getting 1,603.6 units. Ohio. Okay. I'm in Alabama. It's probably already starting to get cold in Ohio. It might be too cold for me, boo. All right, so 1603.6 units per hour. Okay, so that was the first part. Now, the second question is how many milliliters per hour, right? Is it milliliter? You say, good thing I travel. I know. Shoot, I stay in the warmer parts. I can't do snow, Bookie. I am not a snow bunny. All right, so milliliters per hour. So that has liquid in it, doesn't it? So we know we're going to need something with what? Liquid in it, right? So 20,000 units per 500 ml. Okay. My drip is 18 units per kilogram per hour, and my patient's weight is 196 pounds. Okay, so what will be my first puzzle piece? If my top goal is milliliter. I need something to drink. I'm about to spit cotton. Y'all came up with that pediatric question yet? That's got milliliters in it. Take it and flip it. Don't be afraid to flip it. Yes, you can flip it. Okay. So, what would be my next puzzle piece? Units at the bottom, units at the top. So 18 units per kilogram per hour. Boom. All right. So I got milliliter at the top, which is my top goal. I got goal at the bottom. Well, hour, which is my bottom goal. I got to get rid of the kgs, right? So what will be my next puzzle piece? Y'all are getting it. And then my last puzzle piece. That's it. That's it. 500 times 18. Somebody asked me to do Reconstitution too. Yeah, I think I really do got ADHD. And it's just getting bad as I get older. So 40.09. So we rounded this to the nearest whole number. Round how those people want you to round, okay? Whoever has the power to pass or fail you, or whatever the question asks for, that's what you give it, okay? So that'll be 40 milliliters per hour. Yep, Eve, if they ask you to round it to the 10th place, it would be 40.1. Perfect. Questions? Questions. Because I always start with what I'm looking for. Always. Start what you're looking for. You don't got to find it. Reconstitution. She said, thank God I found you. I'm glad you're here. Just a late update. I graduated from nursing school in June. Liana! Yes! Have you tested for NCLEX yet? Am I doing another? You sure? Can you do math 2 times a week? Please, just for a week. 1 week, see, that's all I'm asking. Y'all, I have a whole YouTube channel with this already broken down. I'm telling you, it's there. It's there. And then you don't even have to look through a whole live session. It's there. It's there. You're welcome. I'm proud of you. You got through it. You defeated nursing school. That's next. Now you're going to defeat the NCLEX. No, but I need the live. I'm not the only one. Look, y'all ain't finna bully me. I am not folding the peer pressure. You know how old I am? It's different. Okay. All right. We love the interaction between us. I love y'all too. I'm tired though. I've got to refill my cup. I got to refill my cup, y'all. I got to refill my cup. And ain't nothing wrong with taking care of yourself mentally and refilling your cup. So even when you're in nursing school, take time to refill your cup, okay? All right. Thank you. Y'all are so sweet. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right. So this is Reconstitution. All right. So with Reconstitution, you are looking for the concentration of the medicine. So you concentrate on the concentration, how much is in the vial, how much water you add to it. It does not make any difference, okay? This is just like the when I was talking about the crystal light in the water, right? So what you're doing, you add crystal light, which is a powder, to water. So you're making a liquid, right? It's the same thing. You're adding powdered medicine and you're putting water in it, shaking it together so you can make it a liquid so you can give it to your patient. So what do we want? We want that final medicine. We want the liquid, okay? Not how much is in the vial, not how much water you add to it. We want the concentration, not the price of tea in China. We want the concentration. That's it. That's it. Y'all stop. I'm not looking. I ain't looking. I'm not looking. I'm not looking. Let me turn this camera around. I'm not looking. All right, here we go. I used your crystal light explanation to explain to a classmate. Did they get it? Did it make sense? Look at you being a puzzle piece ambassador. I love it, Roxanne. Yes. Oh my God. She's not folded. Kalani will though. I don't know who is Kalani, but whatever. Go. Hold on. What semester do we need to learn this? Usually the first one. Y'all, I'm tired. Seriously. I travel 3 nights, so 12-hour shifts, 7 p to 7 a, and then I got individual tutoring sessions too. So I'm trying to refill my cup. The singer who sings folded. Duh. Okay then. All right. So what is our goal here? What are we looking for? What are we looking for? What are we looking for? How many milliliters, right? So if a question does not give you specify milliliters per day, per dose, per hour, per minute, per whatever, it is just going to be for one dose, okay? I think a lot of people no, Dimples, no. Once you find a way, you use it the same way every single time. Don't be flip-flopping. Don't flip-flop. Do it the same way every single time. That's why you can do it like that, because you can do it the same way every single time, right? So our order is 0.5 grams. What is the medicine concentration after you have added water to it and shook it up? That's what you want. So what is that puzzle piece? Hey, Bubbles, what's your question? Your name is Bubbles. It made me happy. Yes. So you see it says to yield 200 milligrams per 2 milliliters. That's exactly what you want to use, because that's the medicine that's available. That's the concentration. Okay. So guess what is fluff? Okay. Fluff. It don't belong. It does not belong anywhere. All right. So what's your first puzzle piece going to be? Okay. So 2 ml over 200 mgs. Okay. Do you have milligrams to put for your next puzzle piece? Des, look at you. Big love it. All right. So if you don't have the puzzle piece that you need, what is the rule? I knew you was coming, Roxanne. I knew you were coming. You convert. Exactly. So we got milligrams that got to go on the top and grams is on the bottom. Where does the 1 go? Where does the 1 go? All right, Nurse Bell, come on in. Let's lock in with these puzzle pieces. Okay, the 1 goes by the biggest of those two. Because remember, it takes a lot of smaller pieces to come together to make one bigger piece, right? So 1,000 milligrams equals 1 gram. All right, milligrams cancels out. Now what's going to be our last puzzle piece? The grams, right? Boom. 0.5 grams over 1. Is by itself. Leave it over 1 by itself. So we'll do 2 times 1,000 times 0.5 divided by 200. So not puzzle piece, calculator trick, boom. You can use it with even the smaller, simpler ones. So it would be 5 milliliters that we would give to our patients. 5 milliliters. Yes, Terry. Hey, Lantra. You're welcome, Queen. Thank you for the follow, Hunter. Can we get to 20,000 likes? That is my goal tonight. Can y'all help me? Help me, help you, help me, help you. So you use dimensional analysis for all types of questions. Yup. Desired over who? Desired over who? I do it the same way every single time. Can you erase the lines? I want a screenshot. Okay. Here you go. Where's the 2 from? The 2 is from the 200 milligrams per 2 milliliters. That is your medicine. Okay. I have a question. Where should someone start if they haven't started this class yet? Learning your metric conversions. That is step 1. I have a video on my YouTube channel. It's under the basics playlist, dosage basics playlist, and it breaks down on how you can memorize your metric conversions easily. Okay, you're welcome. So is this just nope? I don't believe in that. I don't believe in desired over half. And like people are like, well, why are you so against desired over half? Okay, so look, it's easy when it's easy questions. When it gets hard, you're like, well, what the fudge cake? And you like go out the front and come through the back. Like, what happened? And you just kind of like, well, what? And so then you find yourself frustrated and anxious and not knowing what to do. So I believe if you just like have desired over half, initially it handicaps you. If you learn dimensional analysis, you can do the easy problems, the medium problems, the hard problems, your problems, my problems, the problems of the world peace. You can do everything with it, and you do it the same way every single time. So yeah. I'm just saying, some people come on here and they want to, they ask me to do it. Like, I know how to do it, but I don't want to be mean, but that's not what I do. Like, I got a whole workbook to show you the dimensional analysis, like the puzzle piece approach to dimensional analysis, because dimensional analysis will not fail you, especially if you're not a math person, especially if you don't know what the heck is going on, like a lot of new nursing students, because you're just thrown into this. You don't know what's going on. You can't even say the names of the drugs. But you don't need to. If you know you have an order, you have some medicine, you have your patient's weight, you can put it together just like a puzzle and get that 100 that you need to go on to the rest of your school, where then you can learn what this stuff is, where you can learn what D5 half normal saline is, when you would give lactated ringers, when you would give isotonic and hypertonic solutions. Okay. So, yeah. All right. What's our goal here? What are we looking for on this reconstitution problem? No matter how much I practice, I still can't get it. Have you studied with me yet? I don't heard that before. I don't had even the worst person in math get a 100. Because we break it down like puzzles, okay? What are you looking for? Milliliters. So that's what we're looking for, right? That's the picture on the puzzle box, all right? So next, your order is this. We want to give our patient 375 milligrams of medicine. Well, that's what the doctor wants us to give us, right? So you got a vial. Vial is just a fancy word for bottle. You got a bottle and it's got 2 grams in it. Okay, cool. And then when you add whatever water to it, it yields a what? A concentration. That's what we want. The concentration, okay, of 250 milligrams per 2 milliliters. Okay. So we know that this is going to be big fluff. We don't need it. We just need the order and we need your medicine. That's it. All right. So what will be my first puzzle piece if my goal is milliliter? Because this is our goal, right? You make your goals your top priority and it comes first. So always keep your goals first. Which workbook is best to get? If you like writing in a book, then you could get the printed one. If you're a tablet girly like myself, and you can write on your tablet with like the Apple Pencil like I have, then the workbook. The ebook, sorry. All right, so my first puzzle piece is this. So 2 milliliters over 250 milligrams. All right. So do I have milligrams to piece together to put it on the top? Because what goes on the bottom has to go to the top, right? I do. 375 milligrams. And it'll go over 1. My milligram cancels out. Only thing I have left is what it is that I am looking for. Okay. So that's it. That's it. 2 point. So we would give our patients 3 milliliters of medicine. IM. What does IM stand for? Why do we put 2 milliliters on the top? We always start with what it is that we're looking for. Whatever unit of measure that's in that goal is what you want to start with. If you start with what you're looking for, you ain't got to go find it. And I said that in my most Alabama accent that I can come up with. Intramuscular, exactly. So this is 3 milliliters. That's a lot of fluid. We need a big muscle. What muscle will this go in? You're welcome, Elena. You welcome, Kimberly, because, babe, I'm tired. Babe, look, last night took me out. I had to rapid a patient. Oh, my gosh. He was so sick. I was just like, come on. So deltoid, you would reserve for a smaller amount because it's a smaller triangle size muscle. So we want a big muscle like a glute or vastus lateralis or ventrogluteal. Yep. So that's your little sprinkle of pharmacology. Don't ever say I ain't did it. What's next? Let's see. Somebody was asking about, I know they asked about Reconstitution. Somebody was asking about Pediatric, but they never said what type. So we got 3 minutes until 10 o'clock. Because I'm tired. What we doing? Got one more. What days? Wednesday. You take your NCLEX? Oh, you're there. Like, you're there. You don't need me for NCLEX. You're there. They hardly have any, if any, dosage on there. I have an exam on this Tuesday. Yeah, you're welcome. I hope that you do well, Milan. You just joined. Well, I will have to download this and put it on my YouTube channel. Y'all, and we didn't even hit my goal. We were supposed to hit 20,000 likes. Thank you for breaking it down. I'm getting it now. I'm excited to hear that. You're welcome. I'm excited that you're getting it. It's not hard, y'all. Like, dosage, don't listen to all this stuff. They say, like, dosage is hard, this and then the third is no, this is what you're doing. If you've been on the live tonight, you've seen that I've done the hard questions, the easy questions, the medium questions, all the same way with this. You're putting together your puzzle pieces. You're using what the goal wants, what the question wants. And that's all that you're doing. You're using your knowledge that 1 gram is 1,000 milligrams. 1 milligram is 1,000 micrograms. 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams. You're using your knowledge that 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. If you have a little baby or whatever, you know that 1 pound is 16 ounces, right? And you see that's the really all that you really use. So you have to take that test like initially knowing all 50 million conversions, but we only use a handful. Okay, don't do your hand like that, Carlina. You only use a handful in your dosage problems, okay? So, yeah, don't make it hard. We know that 1 teaspoon is 5 milliliters, 1 tablespoon is 15, 1 ounce is 30, a cup is 8 ounces, 2 cups is a pint, 2 pints is a quart, 4 quarts is a gallon. That's it. I'm getting it. I need more practice and I'll get better. Yeah. So if you need practice questions, my website has free quizzes on there. And then if you need more, my ebook is there, and the print workbook is there as well. I know y'all asked me to do another live. I don't know. Yeah, I'm exhausted. Like my patient last night took me down through there. Like night 1 was okay, boom. Night 2, I was like, all right. Night 3, oh Lord, I couldn't wait to get off this morning. Yes, I do Zoom for tutoring. My website is abrntutoring.com. All of my resources are in my bio. And if you want to be like Karen Mendoza, she bought me a coffee. So that's a link in my bio too. I'm hitting this button like crazy, trying to get you to 20K. Oh, thank you. Thank you and good night. All right, honey. Look, Darlene. I see you soon. Is night shift better than days? Yes, definitely better than days. Like most of my career, I was on like mid shift, and then I was like on day shift because I was mom and wife. And then after COVID came, I traveled and I went to night shift, and I was just like, hmm. I was like, oh shoot. Saw the dark side and never went back. I did go back because when I started this contract, my start date had got readjusted, and I had to do night shift for like a whole month. I mean, day shift for a month before I went to nights. I was like, bro, if you don't get me back to the dark side quick, PDQ. Oh, thank you. Y'all got me to 20,000 likes. Thank you. Is there a bundle package to get both? I need to make one, don't it? Usually one just gets one or the other, but I don't know. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate your support. Thank you for going to the YouTube and watching the videos and trusting me, because I know my method is unconventional. We're talking about puzzle pieces, right? And you're supposed to be doing math. But I really do appreciate y'all for trusting me and referring me to your cohorts, to your other friends, for listening to, my breakdowns, and hopefully, yeah, I love you real bad. Oh, I love you too. Yeah, I'll stop it. But I'm gonna get some rest because, like I said, I'm tired. I'm tired. Yeah, I can see it in my face. You can see it in my head. I need to roll my hair. I need to go to bed. Can we do one more? What is the last one? What is the last one? We learning tonight. Yeah, you're learning. Okay, one more. What we got? We could do one more. Sweet dream. Me pick? Yeah. LPNs and RN students. I've even done some pharmacy students. Yeah. It's all the same. So sometimes just in the RN program, you go a little bit deeper with like your critical drip drugs, but for the most of the stuff it's the same. Okay, let's see. You want me to choose? Sweet dreams are made of this. Okay, I'll do a weight base. Let's see. I'm trying to come up with one real quick, y'all. I'm sorry. It's taking a minute. Trying to give y'all a good one. I don't know. Let's just do a weight base. It's my favorite. All right. Flip. You are a blessing. I just remember the first time I watched your videos. I knew I was going to pass Eliade. Tejada. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's Tejada, not Tejada. I'm sorry. I just seen it was an E, not an A. My bad. I'm glad you're done. Oh, don't. You see, I'm weak right now. I'm not a capital G. I'm a lowercase G, and you're going to make me cry. I'm just honored to be able to help and to be a part of y'all's journey. You know, we bonded now forever. Yay. All right, a medication for 2.5 milligrams per kilogram per day in 3 divided doses per day is ordered for a patient who weighs 55 kgs. How many milligrams would you administer per dose? All right. So what is our goal? What are we looking for? Whoa, SpongeBob, stop it. Go. What is it asking for? Milligrams per dose. Make sure you get all of it, okay? All. Because it could have said milligrams per day, okay? So make sure you get all of what that goal wants, all right? So we've got 2.5 milligrams per kilogram per day, all right? Our patient weighs 55 kgs. Now let's look at it. We got dose. We got day. Do we need to know how many doses are in the day? Do we need to know how many doses are in the day? Yes. 3. So one day has 3 doses. You're getting it. Yay. That makes me so happy. All right. What's the first puzzle piece, y'all? If our top goal is milligram. Okay. So, what would be my next puzzle piece? I'm going to cross them out as I go. Okay. 55 kilograms over 1. All right. And what would be my last puzzle piece? One day over 3 doses. Perfect. Now we have milligrams per dose. Puzzle completed. And now you can do your math. 2.5 times 55 divided by 3. So 45.83. What if we rounded this to the nearest tenths place? What would our answer be? So after you have set this problem up and it tells you to round to the 10th place, we get this as our answer, right? So what are we going to do? We want to round to the 10th. So that's just this place right here. So you start at what place they tell you to round to, and you go right next door to his neighbor. That's a 3, right? So the only thing that's going to change in your answer is going to be that underlined number, okay? So the 8 is either going to go up to 9 or it's going to stay the same. And that number that's to its right is going to determine that. It's a 3. So 4 and below, it's a no-go. 5 or more, you raise the score. So since this is a 3, it'll be 45.8. That 8 will remain the same. Okay? And that's how you round. Make sure you understand how to round, because that's how you get your points and keep them. Okay? Perfect. Y'all are defeating dosage one day at a time. The nurses are coming. Oh. Alrighty, I appreciate y'all. Don't forget to go to my YouTube channel, A Blessed RN, and subscribe for more breakdown and tutorial for individual questions, and for the replays of Work It Out Wednesdays. Do I teach variables too? You want mathy math? That's Jakara Lewis, Jakara Lewis, Lewis. We got to practice. Yes, practice. So you go to my website, you can practice on there. You can go to my YouTube channel, that's practice on there. You can buy the workbook, the ebook, or the print version, that's practice on there. Okay. All right, so we're done studying. Thank you so much. I appreciate you you didn't have to like the session. You didn't have to participate. You don't have to click on my videos. You don't have to share my videos. So everything that you do for me, I just want to tell you thank you so much. Y'all got me to 21,000 likes tonight. I appreciate that. After I get done studying, I do like to pray for my students that have been on here, because nursing school is a doozy. We know life be life in the most, and I just want to keep you lifted up and encouraged. I pray that you pray for me as I pray for you. My website is ABRN, like a blessed RN, tutoring.com, and the links are in my bio for all of my resources. If you want to buy me a coffee, my link is in there as well. Okay. Alrighty. So if you don't want to pray, that's fine. I love you anyways. No love lost. Okay. And I'll see you next time. But for those, we're going to compose ourselves and compose our minds and our hearts. And we're just going to go to the Father. Okay. How do we learn and memorize for pharmacology? Don't learn individual drugs. Group them by the suffixes, the endings of it. Okay. And then learn the things that pop out, that stand out. Okay. Learn the action, what it does, and by groups of it. There is a lady on here called Pharmacology for Nurses. She is awesome. She breaks that down, okay? She's really good, okay? So, yeah. Oh, she said, let's buy her a coffee, y'all. Thank you. You're so sweet. All right. So, if we all are ready on here who wants to stay for the prayer, then we'll go to the throne of grace. Lord God, we thank you, we praise you, we lift you up. We thank you for your grace and your mercy, your love and kindness, your forgiveness, Lord. We just thank you for being awesome. You're holy, you're magnificent, you're wonderful, you're everything. You are all in all, you're Alpha and Omega. And we just thank you for us being yours, for you looking over us, for protecting us, Lord God, for keeping us in perfect peace when the world is sinking sand, Lord. You're the solid rock, and we just thank you for that. We thank you for the journeys that we've been on, the mistakes that we've made, the wisdom that we've gained through it, and we just thank you for being merciful, for being forgiving, for being gracious. I want to thank you for this platform. Thank you for the ability to break down complex and scary math concepts, Lord God, and make them doable. Thank you for the interaction and the fellowship between me and fellow future nurses, Lord. I ask that you continue to pour into me as I mentor and pour into them, Lord God. I ask that you cover them while they're in school, Lord. We know that you are the creator and finisher of our faith. We know that we trust in you, we believe in you, we have faith over fear, Lord. We just trust and believe that you will see us through anything that is in your will. I ask that you cover them for as a protector, Lord, as they go in and out these hospitals during clinicals, Lord God. It's cold and flu season. I pray that you boost up their immunity, Lord God, that you cover them, that you keep their children in good health, Lord God, that you would be a steady and reliable form of transportation, that you'll be food in the refrigerator, Lord God, that you'll be tuition in the school's registrar, that you will be a book for somebody who needs it, Lord. I ask that you will continue to give them the a courage and knowledge to go on, Lord, in the face of uncertainty. A lot of people are starting school. They don't know what to expect, Lord. And I just ask that you give them courage, because fear is not of you. You gave us love, power, and a sound mind. And we know we can do all things through Christ because you strengthen us, Lord. We just thank you. We ask that you continue to do a good work, that you continue to transform us as we go through this life, Lord, and that you would burn off all the imperfections, that we come out just as glittery and as gold, and that we will be suitable and perfect for your use. We just want to hear you say, well done, my faithful servant. And we just want these nursing students to pass school, to be prudent, to be competent, to be experts in their field, to treat their patients with kindness and compassion, and for them to see your glory in their actions, and you get all the glory, because only you are worthy of the praise, the honor, Lord Jesus. We just thank you. We thank you for your blood. We thank you for you being the King of Kings, Lord to Lords. You're just awesome. You're everything to us, and we just thank you. We just thank you, thank you, thank you. We don't often thank you enough for the good or for the bad, but we just say thank you tonight. And it's in your holy name that we pray. Amen. Alrighty. Y'all got this, okay? You got this. We are not afraid of puzzle pieces. We are not afraid of puzzle pieces. We are not. Nope. And I did not even cry this time. I'm honestly exhausted. Y'all, I had a rapid last night. So it's like my patient, like I had my patients, well, two of my patients for like 3 nights in a row. Well, 2 nights. Last night was the 3rd night. And so I had been taking care of him. He had like a heparin drip. He had like pneumonia. He had a PE, had NSTEMI. Like he was on a BiPAP at first. They weaned him down, and then he went to the nasal cannula high flow, and he just wasn't acting right last night. And I'm just like, what's wrong? And then that heart rate went up to like 170. I was like, rapid. Come on. And so when rapid happens, you get everybody up in the room. They drawing blood. They're doing ABGs. They're testing all types of things out. And, you know, I just had to give them potassium. Potassium was like 2.7, where, you know, the regular rate is 3.5 to 5. And then we had to put him back on BiPAP. And then he would just take off the BiPAP thing. And then it'd be like, and I'm just like, keep this on your face. And you know, when people aren't breathing right, then they're struggling, then it's already kind of suffocating for the mask, and it makes them anxious. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm tired. I had 2 admissions because 2 of my patients went home, so I had 2 new admissions too. And so I was just like, you know what? It could be worse, because all in all, I had 4 patients. I had 4. And that's a blessing on med-surg. I work in med-surg. So, hey, lovely Rita, how are you? So yeah, I'm tired. I just got to, you know, like I said, fill my cup up. I look a mess by the head. My hair all over my head. It's not even curled today. I fell asleep without putting my rollers in. I was like, you're gonna have to take me as I am today. Take me in these puzzle pieces as I am. But I love y'all, and y'all have a good night, and you can defeat dosage calculations. You ain't got to tell me twice, Kenya Houston. You ain't got to tell me twice. I will see y'all later, and y'all go on. The nurses are coming. Be blessed. Thank you. Good night. Good night, Queen.